Hi guys, welcome back to Meant to Bloom. I'm your host, Brittany Clarkson. It has been a hot minute since we've sat here together in this room recording. And I say together, I mean I'm here recording and you're there listening, wherever there is, whenever there is. Anyways, hi. If you don't know me yet, I'm Brittany Clarkson. I am a personal growth coach for hot mess moms. I like to make mental health a part of the everyday rhythms and routines in our lives. Mental health is very important to me because you know, it's been my personal struggle for many, many years. So here I am. Let me share with you just some tips on working through burnout, ADHD, paralysis, depressive episodes, whatever it is. They all share a common list of symptoms and whatnot. Um, like honestly, a lot of us are burnt out right now, and a lot of women I'm seeing are burnt out and then getting misdiagnosed as depressed or ADHD. And honestly, you're just so exhausted, so overwhelmed by stress. And I get it. So regardless of whether you have any official mental health like mental disorder, mental diagnosis, or if you're just burnt out, if your brain works exactly the way it's expected to work, but right now you're in it and it's hard and you're overwhelmed and this difficult managing stress. And it's starting to mirror symptoms of ADHD and depression and whatnot. Like you're in the right spot, whether you're depressed or ADHD, whether you're just burnt out, whether you think you might become burnt out. Um, this is for you. All right. So the symptoms of these types of situations tend to overlap and mimic one another. And I'm not here to give a diagnosis. I'm not here to, treat the root cause of anything. I'm here to share with you some simple, realistic approach to tending to your symptoms in times that feel just so chaotic and unmanageable. Okay. So let's go ahead and move forward here. All right, I have decades of experience in mental health crisis and burnout. This is something that I have struggled with time and time again in my own life. Um, I'd say I am a professional at this point. Um, so living in the burnout was my normal for many, many years, and this resulted in critical mental health episodes and physical pain throughout my body. Stress can definitely show up. It's physical pain and sicknesses. Stress is not good for your immune system. It can lead to, constantly being sick all the time. Okay, stress is the cause of burnout. Um, and it can also especially cause gastrointestinal issues, being that your gut and your mental health are very connected. And I'm not going to get into the science on that, but it definitely is. So if you know that you're not supposed to be eating certain kinds of foods, they mess you up, maybe avoid those for a while. That might be a good option. But I'm not here for that right now. Okay, let's talk about these three key things to do if you're in burnout right now. And it's like fixing the cause is not gonna solve the immediate problem because the immediate problem is that you're burnt out right now and you are flustered and you're overwhelmed and you don't know how to function on the day to day right now. Okay, so number one, we're gonna get back to basics. And I mean this in two ways. This is kind of a part two, number one, part two. So we're gonna get back to basics, and that is both with the tasks, your daily tasks, and your needs. Okay. So we're going to do the bare minimum in your daily tasks. Put off whatever you can put off until you have the time and the mental energy to do it well without hurting yourself. Okay. Because otherwise, you're going to keep digging yourself farther into that hole. You're going to keep building onto the burnout. And we don't want to do that. Okay. We want to end the burnout without having to completely remove ourselves from the everyday life we're trying to already live. Right? So get back to just doing the basics of what is needed today. If it does not need to be done today, put it off. Put it on the back burner. Um, One thing I like to do is I love to take sticky notes. And I have a visual aid right here. So I love to take sticky notes and put them in my planner. If I have a handful of things that don't need to be done right now, but I don't want to forget about them, I put them on Post-it note, sticky note, and I'll put it, like 2 weeks out in my planner. I'll put it there. Or you can go if you use your phone planner, create, like, an event, like a get your shit together day, and list out all those things that you're not doing right now, but they need to get done, like, later, and then put that event, like, 1 to 2 weeks out from now when you might have more mental energy, more physical energy. Maybe you might have a couple good nights sleep under you before you can handle that. Maybe you get to a day where you have more time, right? If you're burnt out right now, it's not the time to do anything that is not completely necessary, right? So do only what is necessary. Let everything be as easy as possible right now. Okay. And I do want to add an addendum to this. The word is I don't know if that's the right word. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know the right word to describe. Um, but in getting to the bare minimum of things, don't get stuck there beyond the time that you need to be there. Like, don't overstay your visit to doing the bare minimum and letting everything be 100% as easy as possible and not doing the extra. Um, because what happens is you kind of get comfortable there, and then everything in life becomes really uncomfortable because you're not actually doing a lot of the things you need to be doing. And then you convince yourself that like the bare minimum is all you can do. And that's not a place you want to stay. We want to come back and reassess what needs to be done every day. And I'm very much an advocate for always having an established bare minimum where you do that and then say that's enough, and then you do more and you call it all extra, right? In our house, that bare minimum is the kitchen. My bare minimum has been shifting lately based on a conversation with my husband because he is now working 2 jobs and he's working 6.5 days a week. Um, so it's really important that when he gets home, he doesn't have to do anything. And so I'm taking more into consideration the things that he needs done around the house in order to get to work, like in order to wake up and feel refreshed and get out the door in the mornings to go to his jobs without taking stress with him out the door. So I'm so much more conscious about that, and I'm saying, "Okay, let's shift. It doesn't matter so much what I think I need to have clean in the house. It matters what we as a family need to have in order to keep this rhythm and keep this flow and to keep everybody getting out the door with their sanity intact," right? So I've shifted my focus more to, the kitchen being presentable, not always 100% clean, but it needs to be functional. I need to have my kitchen island cleared off for my sanity. Um, and I need to have it just needs to be something that looks clean when you walk in. And then the entryway needs to stay clean, which actually in feng shui, those are 2 things that like they're the flow of the house. I think they reflect like wealth or something. So actually having the entryway clean and the kitchen clean really does send my husband out to go to work in the right, making money mindset sort of thing, on a subconscious energetic kind of level. Which I think is wild and crazy. But I think it's really great too to reassess where you are and what needs to be done from time to time. Because my bare minimum used to be very different. It was do a load of dishes, not clear the kitchen counter. Those are different things, you know. And it was doing laundry every day. Laundry is not even something I think about anymore. I pretty much can get away with doing laundry as needed now, and just get together a load of, oh, what does everybody need right now? Let me wash that today. No problem. Not a big deal. It's not something that I have to consciously make sure I do every single day to stay on top anymore. So yeah, constantly reassess what your bare minimum is. What is the key like 3 things that need done right now in your life every day? And focus your energy more towards getting those done and getting those done well, especially if it's a type of like domino task that's going to make other tasks easier or going to make something easier for someone else in the family. So do that. That is getting back to basics, your basic tasks that need to be done. Don't worry about, scrubbing behind the toilet right now. If you're burnt out, like, don't. Save that for a special, cleaning day kind of thing. Um, and then the second part to this number one, of getting back to basics, is getting back to your basic needs. All right. So don't try to go overboard with self care in a way of trying to tip the balance back. Don't make self care a chore. Make it very simple, very easy, and be very conscious and like have a lot of self respect when it comes to doing these basic, fulfilling your basic needs. And the basic needs are, sleep, water, nutrition, hygiene. Okay. If you're feeling burnt out, like, what is that? There's some meme that's been going around, and it's like, if you feel like everybody hates you, take a nap. If you feel like you hate everyone, eat something. If you feel like, I don't know, there's another one, and it's like sleep. Or, oh, if you hate yourself, take a shower. All right. So it's your basic human needs. Help the different sort of mindsets we get stuck in when things are getting flawed, and when we're getting really overwhelmed and we start having negative thinking, negative thoughts. Usually they are either, I don't want to be around people, or people don't want me to be around them, or I don't want to be around myself. And those are all remedied with basic needs: sleep, eat something, take a shower, and also water. Drink enough water. Water is life. Drink water. Always drink water. Drink enough water. Start your day with a cup of water. I drink water in the shower. I love taking iced lemon water in the shower. And then I like listen to positive like affirmations on my phone while I'm doing that. And it's such an energy. Like it sets up the day. It's such a great way to work, a great way to like multitask. But also to be, resting and energizing and whatnot. All right. So this is a time when you are overwhelmed to this is not a time to be overcomplicating your needs. You don't want to be overcomplicating anything, okay? And acknowledge that you need the extra care and the comfort right now. And it doesn't mean that you need to quit. It just means that you should pull back anywhere that you can. Let things be easy, do less. Um, my personal philosophy is that it's better to do half of the things full-assed than to do all of the things half-assed, right? So put your full ass into it. Sorry, mom, if you're listening. Okay, so number two, moving on. Let's get through these a little bit quicker. Remember your reason, your why. All right, having your intention and knowing why you're even showing up every day, it's like a glue to hold you together. It really is. Okay. So when we come to the point of burnout, especially as moms, it's easy to start placing blame. All right. If only my kids would clean up after themselves. If only my husband were a bigger help at home. If only I had more time. And none of this is helpful. These are not helpful thoughts. In fact, they actually lead to new problems that add to the burnout. All right. I'm talking feelings of guilt, shame, resentment, betrayal, marital conflict, disconnection from your kids, lower ambition, loss of motivation, self doubt. Okay. You're already dealing with enough. If you're burnt out, you've already got enough going on. All right. We want to take more off your plate. We don't want to add any mental limits to ourselves. We don't want to add emotional conflict. Okay. So remember, it is so important that it's just so important to remember, like, why you're showing up anyway. It's really, really um, a great time to be letting go of any of those kind of trivial arguments you may be having, and find your way to keep moving forward by going back to the beginning. Okay. So why are you here in this role? And what is your reason for fulfilling your responsibilities in this role that you're currently struggling with? Okay. On top of burnout, we don't want resentment for our family. All right. You're burnt out because you are showing up 100% for your family. You're showing up 100% for your job. And the thing is, like, we're not made to show up 100% of the time. We're not. We need rest. We need retreat. We need renewal. That is very, very much true. And Sometimes you can really renew your energy by getting into that mindset of remembering your purpose and your why and your reason and getting to the heart of why you do what you do, right? Okay. Number three ties in with this, and it is to keep your thoughts kind. Okay. This is just as much a mental game as a physical, um, as it is dealing with the physical problems that you're solving all around you. Okay. Burnout is mental and physical. Okay, your self-care of getting sleep, your food, your water, your personal hygiene, these are all things on the outside, right? They're outside coming in, it's physical. But to keep your thoughts kind, to remember your reason why, your purpose, your mindset, these things are the mental side of it, right? So refuse to allow any negative thoughts about yourself to stick around. And especially take the time to eradicate any resentment or feelings of anger toward those that are not to blame, but seem to keep getting in your way. Okay? Take up a gratitude practice of thinking three kind things when you catch yourself thinking something less than endearing. All right. It's so simple to add a gratitude practice in. And I mean, it takes time, it takes diligence, it takes, you know, you got to keep showing up and you've got to keep working at it to make it a habit. But I tell you, practicing gratitude, especially in the stressful moment, don't think that you have to be in a peaceful moment to practice the gratitude. Practice it in the stress, and it will rewire your reactions. It will change the way that you show up. And it will lead to more feelings of love and fulfillment and peace and joy and all of that, just by simply adding in that practice through the stressful moments. Okay. So you are a family, and I want to make it clear that you are dealing that if you are dealing with an episode of burnout, it's not a you only problem. This is a family problem. It's a home problem. And even though it is not the responsibility of anyone else but you to solve this problem, it is the responsibility of the family to support you and to be made aware of their role in your healing. Okay. The solutions to your burnout are quite often changes in your daily life, which impact the home and family as a unit. Okay. Try to view your home as a family dwelling place. Yes, you might take more responsibility in tending to it if you're the one who's home most often. I mean, stay at home moms, we tend to take on that role of the home is mine, I have to take care of it. Okay. All right. But if you are a part of your home and you are a part of your family, and you being at your best, well taken care of, is a vital factor in the overall success of your home and family. So you have to take care of you more than you have to make your home perfect, right? We have to let go of the perfection. We have to remember what is the minimum, because how do I keep my home supporting my family, right? And that's how that's supposed to work. The home supports the family. It's all about the family, right? Are you here to just tend the home, or are you here for your family? I think family, right? All right. The success of the individual influences the success of the whole. And as the success of the whole is crucial for the success of the individual, it is not really self care when it's prescribed to a mother. This is family business. Okay, my beautiful friend, I will see you again next time. Best of luck to you in working through your burnout. Um, Feel free to comment or get a hold of me if you need anything else. And I would love to see you find in the description below a link to join the Bloom Room where we can chat. You can attend monthly planning parties with me, and other fun events and things that I'll be hosting through the season. So, yeah, hope to see you there.